I'm Lilian Vliek, and I'm a psychologist, and I work for the Topper Training Foundation. It's called Kanja Training in the Netherlands. And there I work as a researcher and as a trainer to teach the teachers of the primary and secondary schools in, it's a social safety training. So the teachers learn how to keep it safe in the classroom and in the whole school, and how to involve parents and all that stuff.
Hi, I'm Neeltje van Bedem. I'm a researcher in Leiden University, and I'm a postdoc there in developmental psychology. I work for NeuroLab panel, which is a huge project with multiple universities and societal partners who combined focused research on bullying, social safety, and the social-emotional development. And we try to understand mechanisms which lead to, adverse social relations in children. There's multiple researchers, and my role is both as a researcher, but also as a coordinator of more valorization projects to combine the knowledge from practice and society and from the research.
So I'm also affiliated with NeuroLab NL, and with this project we're also connected to Kiva. It's an anti-bullying program in the Netherlands, also in Finland, and also in more countries nowadays. And there was research being done that the program really helped in decreasing the amount of bullying, but there were still victims left, and that the victims who were left and still bullied in high level bullying that they experienced, that they had worse mental health consequences because of that, because most people got in a better environment, but they didn't. So that's what my project is focused on, to get more onto this personal level of like, what can we find to be able to help them become more resilient, and hopefully also find some targets to help them to improve their situation. Well, we have at the moment that every school has to have a bullying strategy to counteract it. In some schools, they just have an anti-bullying officer, and you can go there if you have troubles. So I think that can be improved, because, for a lot of students, it doesn't feel like it's helpful to go to a teacher and say like, well, I'm bullied, help me, because for some that makes it even worse, because they keep being bullied, just not when there's teachers or anyone to see. So I think it's good that there's more of a program to help every single student.
Yes, I studied the effectiveness of topper training, and I studied this in the primary schools, where a psychologist came to create a safe climate in classes where there wasn't a safe climate. And I studied the effectiveness of that, and the results show that the training was effective in doing so. So there was a more the social relationships between the students increased, and also between the teacher and the students. They felt more safe, and they had less disruptive behavior.
Because you can imagine that if you're being bullied, social cues are very relevant to be able to predict when you're going to be bullied or what they're going to do, and to get out of there, or like brace yourself for what's coming. So in one of the tasks that they're doing in the scanner is that they're going to look at pictures of children with different emotions to see if, for example, it sparks more attention, is the thought behind it. Because it's been found before already that, for example, children who are socially anxious have a bit more or increased activity in areas that are important, for example, the amygdala, to be able to, for relevance, but also for emotions.
In topper training, we use caps, and those caps are a symbol for those reactions. So one cap is for the aggressive reaction, and one cap is for the shy reaction. And there's a cap for the funny reaction, and there's also a cap for the pro-social reaction, like that. And then we teach teachers to ask children, was it your intention to hurt that child? So we check their intentions also with the aim that the victim sees that most of the time the other one has good intentions and it was accidental what happened. So there are many little conflicts in school that is not really bullying, but that are just little accidental things. And we teach children and we really practice by exercises with the caps on. How can you react when someone is bumping onto you? And then you just can say, I don't like this. Would you like to stop?
Regular meetings, one every half year we try, and there we invite different researchers and we try to let them give an overview of their work and their theories, and to really share the knowledge in a way that it's not directed to researchers with all the statistics and the methods, but more what are the ideas behind it and what are the results, and then we try to discuss how we can actually use this. We've been also trying to look into different websites of the, there are different organizations in the Netherlands who try to share research knowledge, and they have information on their website. So instead of making our own, we thought we can try to make these websites more, give it more depth and add more information to it.
It's very inspiring to talk with each other in such meetings that Neeltje is organizing. So that sometimes I feel that when I talk to researchers, they are very surprised. Oh, is it going like that with the teachers? Oh, is it going like that in the classroom? I didn't realize. Okay, yeah. So they are very far away from the practical setting of schools or teachers. And then it's very inspiring to talk to them. And then, yeah.
I think it's very nice that we now in this research made a network of different societal and research partners. And I think the difficulty we're facing now is that our project is running to an end. And now we have to make sure, I think, not to lose these connections. Because in this whole idea that we need society and research to more collaborate and be in really sharing our knowledge and aiming to do better research because we understand practice and get our knowledge somewhere. It's so nice to have these contacts. So, what we're looking at now is how we can make bring this into the future and make sure that it's not when this research funding is ending that also this network is ending. So that is something we have to think about, how to make sure that there's a ongoing development. Or at least in the Netherlands, there's much more funding now, which asks that there is collaboration already. So there has to be some sort of way to keep this. So I hope everybody is thinking about these kind of networks and how to do this also internationally.